here's your JetsInsider.com update for August 21st. Evan, there's a new Tebow around here, but it's not Tim Tebow, it's Tommy Bohannon. And it looks like he'll be taking the fullback position since Lex Hilliard yesterday got injured. Any more about that?
Yeah, well, he's been taking the first team reps for a bit now, and Rex has said that he's pretty pleased with his performance. He hasn't ruled out the idea of bringing in maybe competition for him, but at this point, I think Rex is pretty comfortable with it.
Okay, so there's some injuries out there. D. Milliner's out, and it's the third straight day that Braylon Edwards has been sitting out. Any updates on the injuries?
Well, D. Milliner remains day-to-day. For Braylon Edwards, like you said, it's been 3 straight days, so there could be cause for concern there. But no one in the team's really panicking. In fact, they said it's more in line with that pitch count that they've been putting him on, and not to be surprised if he's out on the field tomorrow.
There's a little bit of drama out in the field today between Cromartie and Stephen Hill. It caused quite a reaction from not only the fans, but the team. Do you have more on that?
Yeah, well, they were running the 2-minute offense. They get near the goal line. Stephen Hill catches the pass, and Cromartie lays a pretty big hit on him to make sure he stays out of the end zone. Like you said, it got quite a reaction from everyone there. The offense instantly runs to Hill's defense. But in talking to coaches and players afterwards, Rex said, okay, maybe it was a little too chippy for a training camp practice, but there are no hard feelings for anyone. Even Stephen Hill said that's just part of playing football.
This is Gino's third straight day taking first team reps. What did Mark or Rex have to say about that?
Well, talking to Mark, he said, with the injury that Gino had, Mark got some extra reps, so this is kind of balancing it out, though we did admit that he wouldn't be surprised if Gino's going to gets the start on Saturday, though he said he hasn't heard anything about it yet. Talking to Rex, when he was asked the question, why is Gino out there for 3 straight days, Rex said, kind of read between the lines on that one.
Mm-hmm. And Vladimir Dukas has also been taking first team reps at left tackle. Do you expect to see him there come week 1?
Well, for him, it's Brian Winters has the injury, and then Steven Peterman hasn't really been impressive at left guard. So they moved him to center, and he's been taking the second team reps there, see if he can be a backup along the interior of the line. Rex has said he's been impressed with Vlad's performance so far, but that he's not ready to name him a week 1 starter. And honestly, if Winters can come back healthy and play well, it wouldn't be surprising if he got that start.
Lastly, Santonio Holmes held another press conference today. Last week, he didn't say much during his press conference. Was he a little bit more telling in today's?
Well, I guess not much more telling. It seemed like he was trying to address, the pregame warm-ups that he had before that preseason game on Saturday. And he said he's not up to, Santonio Holmes' level of competition. Says, it's still he's being able to run, straight ahead. But when it comes to routes and cutting, he's having a little bit difficulty there. He also told us that, ever since the injury, he's been waking up with pain in his foot, but he's admitted at this point that's probably something you're just going to have to learn to deal with.
All right. Well, that's your camp update for August 21st. For more Jets news, check out the JetsInsider.com and follow us on Twitter at JetsInsider.